Hello everyone, you're welcome to this class, and in today's class we're looking at multiplying whole numbers. So we want to master multiplying whole numbers using two different methods. So that's what we're learning in this video today. So we're going to have our learning objectives are this. So you should be able to multiply multi-digits by two digits numbers, uh, three digits numbers, whole numbers using these two methods we call area model methods and the standard algorithm. So we're going to see how both methods works. So we're going to start with this little introduction. So we have this question here, a scenario. 1051 pupils attended a mathematics competition. Each pupil were given 13 crayons. How many crayons were collected at the competition? So I will ask this question. Which method will you use to answer this question? Is it addition, is it subtraction, is it multiplication, or division? Since we have 1051 pupils and 13 crayons were given to each of them, so that means 13 crayons is appearing 1051 times. That is, we are adding 13 crayons repeatedly at 1051. So that means we're multiplying. So that's what methods we're going to use to answer this question. So we'll see, come back to this. So let's look at the two methods we talked about. We talked about the area method. Let's start with the area method. So multiplication using the area method. So area method, when we talk about area, we're talking about the distance or the area, the space covered by a plane shape. All right, let's look at it. A method where the numbers are broken down into place values that will define the length and the width of a rectangular model. So let's look at this as an example. We asked to find 4 times 386. We have to find. So what we're going to do now is we want to see, if you recall, area of a rectangle is going to be in a rectangular form. It's length times width. All right, so let's see how we can go to break down 286. We have to break them down into their units. You see, 280, then 6 multiplied by 4 here. So that is 200 is the first 2 there. The value of 2 there is 200. The value of 8 is 80. The value of 6 is 6. All right. So then we're going to multiply it by 4. So which means we're looking for the value that we're going to have in this space here. So let's see how to do that. So let's start with the first one. That's we're going to multiply 4 and 200. So that is 4 times 2 is 8. Then you add the two zeros. We have done multiplication by power of 10 by 10, 100, and multiples of 100, multiples of 10. We've done all those ones. So this will help us just multiply 4 by 2. That gives us 8. Then we add the two zeros to it. That gives us 800. So it remains the second one. So we're going to multiply 4 by 80. So what you're going to do first is 4 times 2. That is 32. Then we add it, the 0 at the end. That gives us 320. Then the last one, which is 4 times 6, and that is going to give us 24. That's what we have there. I hope this is clear, right? So now, having known this, so the next stage is now to add the these values together. We're going to add them together. We're going to add 800 plus 320 and then plus 24. So that's 800 plus 320 plus 24, and that gives us this, and that is 1144. I hope this is clear. So that is what we call area method of multiplication. All right. So having known this, so the next, let's now compare the answer with the algorithm method, the other method. Most of you are familiar with the other methods, so let's look at that and see how we're going to do that. So under this, since you're multiplying 4 by 286, so the multiplicand is what we have at the top, and the multiplier is the 4 we have below it. So we're going to use 4 to multiply each of the digits, starting from the unit, and that is, we're going to say 4 times 6, and that will give us 24. So it gives us 24. We're going to write, so 4 times 6, 4 times 6 is equal to 24. So we're not going to write 24, we write 4. We carry the 2 to the next stage. That's why we have the 2 here. So we have the 2 or 4 down here. So the next is we multiply. The next stage, step 2, is 4 times 8, and that gives us 32. 4 times 8 is 32. All right. We have 2 here. We add the 2 to it. That gives us 34. All right. So 34, we write 4. We carry 3 to the next stage. That's why we have the 3 here. I hope I'm with you. So that is that on that one. So the next stage, which is the final stage, is to multiply 3 by what? 2. So 4 times 2, rather. 4 times 2 will give us 8. So 8, we have 3 there. Now will be 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3, and that gives 11. That's how we got this 11 here. So which means the answer is 1144. I hope this is clear. All right. So that is how to use the standard algorithm method to multiply two numbers. So let's now look at one more example. So let's try this. Use the area model and the standard algorithm to find 72 multiplied by 48. These are 2-digit number. The one we did now, we have 3 digits by a single digit. So now we have 2-digit number. How do we do that? So let's look at the first one, which is area model. So 72 will be placed into 7 is 70, and a 2 is 2. Then 48 is 40, and the 8 is 8. So we're going to multiply them separately. So we're going to have 4 multiplied by 7. That gives us 28. We have a 0 here, and we have a 0. That making 2 zeros. We had the 2 zeros here. That gives us 2,800. Then the next step, we multiply 40 by 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. Then there's 0 beside 40. That gives us 80. We have learned how to multiply by multiple of 10. So that is, you can see that steps is very helpful here. If you have not watched the video, go and watch it on the channel. All right, so the next is 8 times 70. So we're going to find 8 times 7 first, and that will give us 56. Then we're going to add a 0, that gives us 560. So you don't need to stress yourself when you are multiplying. Then 8 times 2 is 16. So we have this. So which means we are adding 4 items together. 2,800 plus 80 plus 516 and plus 16. So when you add all these together, let's add it here. 2,800 plus 80 plus 560 and a plus 16. So add this one together. This will give us 6. 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 plus 6, 14 plus this 15. Then we carry 1 to this, so that is 9, 14. Then we carry 1, that is 3. So that is 3,456. I hope this is clear. All right. So the next stage now is to look at the standard algorithm. We have looked at the area model method. So let's look at standard algorithm on the other side. So this is it here, the standard algorithm here. So what we have here, we multiply out this. It's 72 at the top, and then 48 below. So we first of all use 8 to multiply 2. That gives us 16. We write 6 and carry 1 to the next stage. That's the 1 there. Then 7 times 6, 8 times 6, 7. 8 times 7 is 56 plus 1, we have 57. Then the next stage is to go to the next digit, which is 4. So 4 multiplied by 2 is to give us 8. And then 4 multiplied by 7 is 28. That's what we have here. So the next is now to add the digits together. So 6, this is 0 here. That gives us 6. 7 plus 8 is 15. We write 5. We carry 1 to here. Then 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. We have 14. We carry 1. 1 plus 2, that gives us 3. 3,456. You can see that the answer we have here are the same thing with the answer we have here. All right, so that is that on this. I hope this is very clear to you. So that is that on multiplication of multi-steps whole number. So multi-digits whole number rather. So let's now revisit the introduction we had earlier time. And this is the introduction. We're now going to multiply out this using the standard algorithm method. So you can try out the area model method to find that out. So we have 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 5, that is 15. You write 5, you carry 1 to the next stage. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1, that gives us this 1. Then 3 times 1 is 3. So all that is clear. All right. So the next stage, we now use 1 to multiply the top again. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. You notice one thing, that the multiplicand here, we are writing the answer under it. So answer to when you are using 1 to multiply is written under 1. So we don't have to, if you write it here, you get it wrong. You write it under 1 that you have used to multiply. So the next stage now is for us to add them together. So 3 plus 0, but this is 0 here. So this is 0 here. 3 plus 0 is 3. 5 plus 1 is 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. 3 plus 0 is 3. Then the one we have here will still be what? 1. So we have 13,600 and then 66. So that is what we have there. So I hope this is very clear to you. Know you might have a preferred method of doing this. Out of the two methods, which of the method was your favorite and why? Why do you like? If it's area method, why? And if it's standard algorithm method, why? So put that down in the comment section and let me see your thought. Let me have your thought on it. And if you have any question, you can put in the comment section. And this is where we're going to stop. It's time for a challenge. So make sure you go through the videos as many times as possible before you attempt your question. So we're going to meet in our next video. So bye for now.